Alright guys, let's check out our audio. Do one thing at a time. Oh, it's already live. Let's see how it sounds. Check, check, check. It's already live. Let's see how it sounds. Check, check, check. Nice. Alright, so that's good. Got power. Need a glove. This one's about on its last legs, it seems like. Let's grab an 8-iron and start just getting loose. Work our way into some speed training today. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of slow speed, again, just focused on strike. Doing a lot of that work. I'm going to grab that towel there and do a bunch of towel drills. You guys have seen us do that one on the channel before. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's funny. It's still still got the launch monitor on just from setting that up. Oh. It's gonna take a little while to get loose today, I think. Sycamore's in here. What's up, guys? Hey, Tom. Is it a good show? Brother, you don't know what Happy Gilmore is? Please tell me you're being sarcastic. Yeah, Sycamore, get up to speed on Happy Gilmore, bro. Tom, I won't spoil anything for you, obviously. But my wife and I watched it last night, and we were both very pleased with what we saw. Oh. Alright, so we're going to do some speed training. We've got our super speed sticks right here. Tom says, I'm not liking it nearly as much as the first movie, but I did like the John Daly cameo. Natalie said hi. Hello. Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. I will be right back with our extremely official score tracker. All right, guys, so this is the extremely official speed tracker. And the way this works is each of the clubs has a different weight. Haven't had time to watch. Went for a treadmill stress test yesterday. Got wheeled ER. My blood pressure was, oh, that's high. Then went home and took a nap. Oh, man. Well, I hope you're feeling okay, Sycamore. That doesn't sound like fun. So the green club is the lightest. We'll swing that one first. And all of these we do right and left. Unfortunately for me, fortunately for you guys, because it is very funny watching a right-handed golfer swing left-handed. To go with that, we've got the PRGR portable launch monitor. This is going to tell us our speed with the different clubs. It's not the best, so it might take us a little bit of, a few tries to get through the whole protocol. But really try and get loose, get the body ready to move fast, get my back as loose as I can get it. And as always, guys, we'll do a baseline speed with the regular driver first. I keep telling myself I'm going to put golf shoes on for this speed training, but I simply haven't got there. My one kind of prerequisite for this, the one thing that I kind of force myself that I need to do, is to maintain balance on every swing, right? So I can swing as hard as I want, I can try and generate as much speed as possible, but the goal is to stay balanced, hold the finish. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing this at a speed that is usable on the golf course. Hey, Kraken's here. Drive for show, putt for dough. Well, that's the old logic, Robert. Hello, our friends from Korea are here. It is 3 in the afternoon here. Darts is here. Hello, LR Darts. Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back to check out another stream. Hope you've been well. All right, so 5 swings. Baseline with our driver. Then we'll get into the super speed. Okay, hold the finish. 107 there. I won't need these yet, so get rid of them. $105. $107. $108. $106. All right, so 108 will be our baseline, the driver. And now, again, guys, this is the super speed system. You watched the new Happy Gilmore yet? I did. My wife and I watched it last night. I was excited to talk about this on the stream with you guys. Maxi pad golf right here. I can do 118. That's very good, Nick. What are some drills to get my hands through the swing for driver? Problem is I'm using my body's rotation too much rather than my arms. Well, that would be unusual. I would say you probably want a pro or somebody to look at your swing and make sure that's actually the case. But we can get into some more questions and stuff, guys, as we work through the speed training here. All right, so now I've got the light the very light one. Same thing, 5 swings. Take the max. 117. 120. Got the backswing. Got the backswing again. $120. $119. $121. All right. 121 today. Now we'll go to the other side. This is the extremely official setup, guys. They send you the bricks and everything. Now we go on the other side and swing lefty. 105. 105. 109. It's a 109 on the left side. Not bad. Your swing is my inspiration. Well, that's very nice of you to say. When Eminem came out, I was like, no way. Is your wife gonna hit some balls? I think I'm gonna watch Happy Nice Speed. No, I don't think she is. All right, so now we go back to the right side. Swing our blue club. Do you have any drills? Because my driver has been bad lately. Yeah, for driver, I think, just getting some confidence back and, try to hit a bunch of balls really hard, right? Don't really worry about where they go. Just try to hit a few, swing hard at them. And, don't worry about, like, where it's going. Sometimes you just got to get the bad ones out of your head. And then, once you've hit a bunch, pretty hard, you see what your pattern's looking like. You say, okay, they're all, turning more than I want. So I'm going to do some drills where I make slow swings, and I'm going to, really feel like I'm trying to hit a little cutout there, right, once I've identified my pattern. Sometimes you just got to swing through it, though, keep working. All right, blue club. 114. 114 again. 113. 114. 115. Nice. 115 on the right side. Thanks for the support, Melly. Keep it going. Jimmy Bullard gained like 15 yards of distance after speed stick training. It must work. Yeah, it is a workout. All right, so now we go to the other side. Oh, and the numbers I'm calling out, guys, this is miles per hour on our launch monitor. So when I said 115 on the last one, that was the club head speed with that blue club. I always tend to put these perilously close to where I need to swing. All right, now we go on the left side. 103. 102. 101, 104, 103. All right. So left swing today, 104 max. Now we got to get to the red. Hey, thanks, Lazy Band. I appreciate that. If you guys want to keep fighting the good fight, hit that subscribe button for me. We'll answer some questions and do some drills, all that good stuff, as soon as we're done with the speed protocol. All right, guys, right into swinging with the red club. $110, $109, $109, $108, got the backswing, one more. $111. All right. Nice. You probably need a launch monitor. Yes, Melly is exactly right, guys. It's actually an AI loop. I'm not out here sweating profusely. I am, in fact, a figment of a computer's imagination. Imagine. All right, now we swing on the left side. $98, $98, $98, $100, 98 again. All right. So 100 today. Max on the red left side. Now we're gonna jump right back to the green. $120, $121, $122, $123, $123. That's a good number. $123. Kraken says, hey, John, I hope you get to 3K subs soon. Thanks very much, Kraken. I appreciate that. If you guys want to help us get there, hit that subscribe button. Out here putting in the work on a hot day. Trying to get better. All right, now we got to go again. Max speed on the green side, left-handed. 106. 108. 108. 109. 108. 105. Or was it 109? I can't remember. Either way. Your left swing seems harder, but it's low. I'm not sure I know what you mean. All right, now, super quick, we go back to our driver. Number to beat, guys, baseline was 108. Got the backswing. Oops. Here we go. $111. $112. Got the backswing. $112. $111. All right. So 108 up to 112 again. That is a good workout. Good way to loosen up before a round, potentially. All right, now that we're warm, let's do 10 more kind of fully max out swings, see how high we can get the number. $115. $113. $113. $113. $112. $111. $112. All right. 10 swings might have been optimistic. That's a lot. So, highest we got up there, yeah, guys, 115. I wish that swing was more sustainable and balanced, but it's obviously a work in progress, so we're willing to get 115 up to, 120, and then maybe have the balance swing number be more like 110 to 115 ultimately. Man, good way to sweat through a glove in 20 minutes. I'll tell you that much. Super important to stay hydrated, guys, especially on these hot, humid days. All right. Let's try to hit some balls. See if we can get the tee situation here to work. I'm going to try these PIX balls to see if they get picked up any better by the launch monitor. The other thing I might think about doing maybe this can come closer, like this. Well, that's not really great either. All right, so picked up the club head speed at least, 105. $105. $108. That was a nice, pretty, smooth, cruisy kind of swing. $106. $285. I wish I had a better way to hit drivers off of here and keep it stable, but this is the only way I can get the ball not to fall off the tee. Got the backswing on that one. It's hit solid though, so there's that. Tricky One said hi. Hey Tricky. Layla said hi. Hey Layla. Hey HJB. Hey Tom. J Monkey. Hey Clock. What's up guys? Thanks for checking out the stream. We're gonna do some ball striking drills here in a few minutes, but practicing the speed hitting balls. It's 108 club. Want to wait again? What I'm trying to do here, guys, is get to where, like where, when I started this speed, cruising speed would have been probably like 104, 105. Now we're getting it up 108, 109, 110 kind of thing. That was hit well on the face. Hey, David Hopkins said hi. Hey, David. What's up with you? Let's take a look at that last swing. All right. Can live with that. Hello. Hello. You were crying? Why were you crying? You wanted to come outside? Yeah? What are you doing?
What happened?
Oh, I just moved this while I was hitting from up here. It's going to go back on where it was. I know. You're like, what's under there? That's where the mat was.
Hey.
steamy out here, huh, guys? Yeah, should we put this back? Maybe it's just because I've been working. Scoochie, 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 scoochie. No, off the mat. Come on, off the mat. Thank you. There we go. Uh-huh. Now this can just go like that. It should be perfect. Okay. .107 club. .108. Aventador says, hello, are you on meth? I smoke every time I play and it gives me crazy accuracy. No, I've never tried meth. But if it works for you, hey, who am I to tell you how to live your life? There we go, 109. Love to see it. .108 again. But it feels like smooth and easy. Like when I start, when you guys see me do the baseline swings, those feel like, wow, I'm still like, club feels kind of heavy. I'm having to work at it. Oh, one of my neighbors is smoking a lovely cigar right now, it sounds like, it smells like. Paul says, try heroin. Well, you guys try whatever works for you. .108 again. Nope. Lost it. Hey, look at us guys, 111. For a nice little control-y swing, pretty happy with that. Hell no, Paul, heroin will make you so sleepy. Paul said I'm kidding. Yeah, Paul, everybody knows you would never do heroin to play golf. No, this is silly. Don't do drugs, kids. .110. Pretty balanced there. 110 again. 297. We'll take that one. Aventador says, for real, I smoke low doses of meth. Works for me. More strength and accuracy. Whatever works, man. $111 club. I think really just trying to feel that pause at the top. Like that club almost just stops and sits up there for a moment. Oh, we got nothing. Bummer. Hi, Miss Lady. What are you doing? Oh, you want to check out the launch monitor? Do you want to say hi? Oh, good kissing. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hi. You being good? Are you being good? Huh? I'm always good, Dad. I'm always good. You gonna play with your brother? You gonna get him? Are you gonna get him? Go get him. Go get him. He's like, I think she's gonna come chase me. Go get him. Go get him. Go on. Go get him. Oh man, dogs are the best. Ryan, meth is fun. I go overboard when I did it. Moises says that was a hole in one. Sure felt like it. I love watching these dogs play. Check this out. What, are you shy now? You camera shy? And they're off. Oh man. Drop a like on the stream for the dogs, guys. Oh, I got the backswing again, even though I hit that one really good. All right, let's try again. Whoa, imagine if that was accurate, guys. Imagine if it was accurate, if I could swing it at 144. That we could really do some stuff. All right, and we went from 144 to 38, so probably somewhere in between, if you ask me. There we go, 110. Nice balanced swing on it. That's what I'm really worried about here, guys, is making good contact with the ball. Good balance. All right. I think that's going to do it today for the speed training portion of the practice session. Ah. All right, let's hit some wedges. Do some of this towel drill. Go ahead and turn this radar off. That guy says don't slice into the fence, and Jonathan says form sucks. Thanks for the support, guys. Keep up the hard work out there. Man, it's hard to pay too much attention when I've got this exciting wrestling match happening right next to me. All right, so let me grab like a pitching wedge. Grab a bunch of these shag balls. I don't think the Pix balls did anything different or special, if you were asking me. So let's toss those back. What I really want, guys, is somebody like Rapsodo to start sponsoring the live streams in the channel. Xander says, I thought form looks good. Jonathan, very much like your surname. That's funny. Mick McCabe said hi. Hey, Mick. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, trying to like speak it into existence, right? I think if we just keep grinding, keep, you know, offering free lessons to people, you know, like I was saying, I'd love for somebody like Rapsodo to sponsor the stream. You know, we can get a cool setup out here. We could have, you know, like a screen or an iPad with a simulator hookup or something like that. But I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing, guys, and that kind of stuff, those opportunities will present themselves. James said, what up? What's up, James? Xander, how far do you hit your driver? Well, the swings we were just making, it was, you know, club head speed was between 108 and 110 on the ones that I was hitting the ball. So, you know, it was saying between like 285 and 300, which feels pretty close. Like if you told me what, you know, on the golf course, you have to carry a bunker, I'd probably say 270 is where I would really feel comfortable, like, you know, including some margin for error. All right, so I'm going to start chipping some balls doing this towel drill here. And the idea here, guys, is to not let the towel drop. Right? We want to make a nice connected swing. If we get disconnected, we're going to lose the towel. Right? So this drill is a way to practice maintaining that connection, because we need that for a nice consistent strike on the ball. So like I've been struggling recently with striking it occasionally too far out on the toe, especially with my shorter irons. So trying to work on this drill, keep everything nice and connected, make sure that we're consistently striking center of the club face. And that's really the idea with this one. It looks a bit silly at first, but once you get the hang of it, my body's starting to fight back, saying, you gotta stop swinging so much, in the form of a blister, which is the worst. I hate blisters. Nice. James, what do you usually score? I'm going to say like mid-70s. My handicap's usually around 0. It's gone up as I've been working on my swing a whole bunch this year, so it's around 2 right now. Yeah, you know, good, like my low round this year is a 68, and my high round I think is like an 80. So does that give you like a sense? Let me see how this... It does just kind of still kick out a little bit. So yeah, what we usually do on the live stream, James, is, you know, I'll do like I did some speed training or do some drills, demonstrate stuff, and then people come in and say, hey, I'm having trouble, you know, with slicing it, or, you know, I can't hit the center of my face with my driver. And I'll go through drills and demonstrate things. You know, pretty basic stuff, but things that have helped me become an okay player over the years. Really one of my favorite drills, guys. It immediately just exposes, you know, the areas of the swing that cause a disconnection, which for me tends to be getting the club inside early. Just keep these in a nice orderly area here. And you don't, you know, as you've seen, you don't need a ton of speed to do this. James, what do you recommend for lack of compression early extension? So it's a great question, James, because also, you know, it's something that a lot of people struggle with, but also something I have been working on myself quite a bit. And what I found, you know, at least for me, the cause of my early extension was really not anything other than really rushing in transition. Right, so I would get to the top and I would go, all right, time to swing. And it goes out this way, right, over the top. What do you have to do in order to not, you know, miss the ball, right? You got to go this way, try and get the face back, right? So you're just early extending and holding on to it. Not a great way to hit a golf ball. You know, you can do it. I got really good at it for a long time. It's a big part of why my scores have started going up, is because I've been working super hard to make my swing get some of that early extension out to be more consistent. But as you're working on these things, right, the scores are not going to be good. So anyway, number one, James, make sure that you have enough space on the way back, right? Nice width in the takeaway. And then almost feel like the club just kind of hangs there for a second, as if you were going to almost, you know, Hideki Matsuyama style pause at the top. And it gets really hard to early extend when you do that. The other drill I would have you do that helped me a ton, this really, really helped me understand, and I need to do more of it. You know, it's super hard to early extend if you swing with just your lead arm, right? So if you're a right-handed player, grab the club with just your left hand. Hold it out in front of you. You're going to swing it back, step forward, and swing through, right? And what you're going to notice is it feels so much earlier, the way your hips and your pelvis are moving, kind of rotating and moving back. Left hip goes back, right? It's super hard to early extend when you swing with just this arm, right? And, you know, you can even practice. I should do more of this, just making some lead arm only swings. You can hit balls like that. swing, bruh. Well, we're working on it. I'm trying to show James here some things to work on for his early extension. Another one that I like, you can drop the right foot back, right? Make sure you have enough forward bend into your posture, and this is going to make it really hard to get that right hip kind of early extending and going towards the ball like a lot of us do. Right? And this is going to force you to keep, learn what it feels like to really keep the hips back and out of the way. Right? So that when you do go to swing, you send the club up. Once you let it just kind of hang, it kind of just feels like everything falls into place. You don't have to do any sort of manipulation to shallow the club. It just kind of happens because of gravity. Napkins said, "You're wise, my brother." Thanks very much, Napkins. I appreciate that nice comment. Napkins, if you're enjoying the stream, you want to hit subscribe, that would be awesome. Really does help us out. James says, "Dude, thank you very much." You're very welcome, James. Glad that was helpful for you. Again, I'm somebody, I know a lot about the golf swing. I've spent a lot of time practicing on my own. I think I'm better at it conceptually and translating these ideas to other people than I am in doing it myself. Right? Isn't that what they say? Those who can't do, teach. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're trying to continue, building this community, this place where, it's just a couple notches more positive than what you're going to see other places, There's enough scary bad stuff out there. Turn on the news or whatever for 5 minutes. There's plenty of reasons to be scared out there, but trying to create this channel, make a place for people to hang out and, learn about golf. And we talk about other stuff too. I mean, if you guys have been following my content for a while, you know that, it's important to me that we have open conversations about things like mental health and sobriety, things that I'm familiar with. And I believe that openly discussing those issues and making it a normal part of discourse and interacting with each other is an important way to destigmatize those issues, right? I think that, number one, I always say it's important that we talk about these things because that will help destigmatize them. And if I believe that, then don't I have some, sort of obligation to use this platform to do that? And so that's what I'm trying to do. Not always perfect, but at the end of the day, what I'm really trying to help people know and remember is that, it is possible to make pretty monumental changes in your life. But the way you do that is just one day at a time, right? I didn't quit drinking like for an extended period of time. I just did it for a day. Then I did it for a second day, then a third day. Now here I am, and I haven't had a drink in more than 4 years. I used to be really heavy and out of shape, and now I'm not. But it just takes consistent effort over a long period of time to change these things. And I think, if seeing somebody like me say, here's what it looks like, or it is possible, then, we've already had lots of awesome feedback on the channel, people coming back to say, hey, that video really resonated with me, or I'm glad to hear you talking about this. So that's super rewarding for me. And I think that's a big part of why the channel has done so well, right? I mean, we only started a few months ago still. I don't have any background in making content or filming or anything like that. Just a guy with a camera, a phone and a tripod, and said, hey, this seems interesting to me. I love golf. I love, trying to share knowledge. And there's a way where you can do that. And by the way, you might be able to, eventually make it part of how you make a living. You know, I just wanted to try to figure it out. Really, really enjoying this drill. Still thinking about Napkin's comment. That was nice. Very nice of you to say. Ugh. That is, I guess, basically the, you know, the one word what I just described, right? Wisdom. You know, trying to help share information that I've acquired through hardship with other people so that they don't have to have the same hardship. You know, isn't that all? That's what wisdom is. Oh boy. You know what though? It was a heel strike. I'll take it. I've been hitting them all out of the, excuse me, all out of the toe. So to almost just feel something different. You know, and I think there is something to it, right? This idea of like, you know, you can speak these things into existence. You know, I talk about how like I dream of having a simulator and a cool setup out here that somebody's sponsoring the channel to do. Well, that's definitely possible. You know, it hasn't happened yet. Just means we haven't done it yet. And I think the main thing that I want people to take away is consistency, right? I try to, you know, I try to post every day. I definitely don't achieve it, but I try to stream every day and just consistently show up for you guys. Because you consistently show up for me. And I think that's that's the deal, right? You know, it would feel a little bit disingenuous to, you know, only talk about these ideas, right? And not actually show you guys me trying to implement them. So it's for me, you know, even just having the channel has been a cool way to motivate myself to go practice, to go, you know, get out of bed in the morning and go work on things when I might not have otherwise. So it's for me, you know, even just having the channel. No, I was hit out of the toe. You the swing we don't like. Hadi says, greetings from Indonesia. Welcome, Hadi. Thanks for checking out the stream. Appreciate you being here. It's got to be, what, morning almost over in Indonesia. I will say that is one of my favorite parts of having this channel and doing these live streams, is just getting to interact with people from truly all over the globe. All right, guys. Will says, hi. Cinepo said, Rapsodo Launch Monitor split screen would help with your teaching. You're definitely right. Nick said, bucket drill. Tell me more about what do you mean by bucket drill. Outdoors with Hammy said, hi. Hey, Hammy. I know, I'd love to get one of those Rapsodos. It's not in my budget right now, but it does doesn't it feel like a natural partner with those guys? Like, they make pretty cool, interesting content, you know, and partner with people. You know, it seems like an ideal, you know, setup to kind of showcase the product, what you can do with it at home. I mean, the whole point of why I set all this up was because I wanted to be able to hit more balls than I could by going to the driving range. Will says, I really want a net. Well, it's not the low-cost option on the market, but if you decide you want to invest in a net, check out the link in the description for 10% off your net return purchase with my code there. I think it has been a wonderful addition to my practice. To, you know, my enthusiasm for practicing and playing. Well, it finally happened. I did manage to hit one over the net. I like doing some little pitches, you know, like kind of 30, 40, 50-yard feels in here as well, just making sure that those are, you know, it's not a shot where you think, oh, I got to focus on my contact so much, but it's good to practice. Hey, Paul's here. What's up, Paul? David says, was wondering if I broke the neighbor's windows. No, it's just their yard over there, thankfully. But it's just a free one as far as I'm concerned. How fast did we get up to today? So when we were doing the speed training, we got up to 112 with our driver, Paul, but after, we got up to 115 as like a full-on, you know, max it out type of swing. And 123 again with the green clubs. That was pretty good. Dennis Rasmussen says hello from Denmark. Hello from Denmark. Welcome. Welcome to Rhode Island in the USA. Paul says very good. Will says, have you hit a hole-in-one before? I have never made a hole-in-one, guys. I have come very close. I've had the ball lip out. I've hit the cup and, you know, the edge of the hole and had it go out. I've hit the flagstick on the fly before. I've had the ball stop, you know, within a foot a couple times. But no, alas, I have yet to make one. I've seen a couple people do it. You know, I remember in high school playing with a kid who the hole was about 190 yards, and the green was kind of elevated, it's mostly blind, and he just kind of sculled a 3-wood like into the hill, and it popped up and it rolled up on the green. And we're like, oh, that could work out okay. Better than okay, guys. It went up and it was in the hole. Worst golf shot I've ever seen make a hole in one. And you know, I don't think we fully even appreciated as a group how cool it was. We were just like, oh yeah, wow, nice, that was cool. You know, hole in one, no big deal. Like, that must happen all the time. Balthazar, team socks or sockless? I'm team socks all the way. Good morning from Japan. Very cool, welcome. I was just saying, I had somebody from Indonesia saying hi, and I said one of my favorite parts of doing this is the international audience. You know, I get to interact with people from all over the globe. You know, once in a while I get to practice my Spanish with some people from, you know, South America or Central America. We've had people from every continent, I'm pretty sure, probably with the exception of Antarctica, because people don't live there. I have been there, though, guys. Antarctica is an extremely cool place. If you ever get the chance to go, you got to know that the boat ride is going to be rough. That Drake Passage is no joke. But once you get there, I mean, it is one of the... It's hard to believe that you're still on planet Earth, honestly, is how I would describe it. Pretty exciting. Got a 18-hole practice round coming up tomorrow. So that'll be fun to get a sense of where the game is at, you know, in a friendly match type of environment. I think the weather might be bad, so we'll see how that goes, but likely won't do any speed training tomorrow. Because of that. So not sure when the next stream will be. Probably Monday. And then we've got a qualifier on Tuesday. So let you guys know how that goes. All right, I think we're going to be done hitting balls here in just a minute because my fingers are getting upset. Paul says, how's the swing? Swing feels good. Swing feels really good. I played 9 holes of practice a couple days ago. Hit a bunch of good shots. I was working on, you know, scoring, hitting a bunch of different wedges and shots around the green. So yeah, I think the swing will be good. I've got a new putter in the bag. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I can get all this stuff cleaned up and then bring you guys inside with me and we can do some putting practice. So if that sounds interesting, feel free to stick around, stay tuned, and we'll be back. Paul says, I've got the darts on, it's magic. Oh, I might have to check that out. Somebody else, LR Darts, was talking about that recently. Alright guys, that's going to be it for now, but I'll come back in just a few minutes from... Actually, can we just do it? I can probably just go like this. No, I can't. Alright guys, we'll see you in just a few minutes.